Hello, and welcome back to my video series that captures my thoughts and memories of my time spent on your planet. Well, it's my planet really, but I don't mind the company. We will have many centuries together after all. It is nice to get to know one another a bit before you come home, is it not? So let's choose a topic, shall we? I think today's topic should be isolation, how to make a pious nation fall. Yes, that's always fun. Isolation is by far one of my favorite tactics. So what would I do? Well, first I would sow the seeds of insecurity on a grand scale. I would ensure that there is no way of knowing exactly what is right and what is wrong. I would create an ominous sense of dread that spreads like a sickness among the weakest of society. I would make said society clearly favor those who find the courage and strength to endure the hardships I weave throughout. Although the courageous and the strong are my favorite game to hunt, they very rarely succumb to my efforts in the end. So instead of banking on a victory with them, I much prefer to turn the masses against them, as that will ensure multitudes more profit for my buy-in. I would make certain that the science of your world outshines the wisdom of spiritual teachings. Then I would tip the scales ever so slightly to make logic favor science over spirituality. I would make sure these weak yet logical minds find each other, so that their confirmation bias aligns with one another. I would create tendrils of shame to work their way throughout this society that latch on to those who dare question the logic over the wisdom, and also make quite certain this society compensates those who give in to the pressure. Remember, I do not need the strong to fall, only yield long enough for my tendrils to implant themselves deep enough to where the weak are a lost cause to combat. I would infiltrate every single institution and organization your world claims to need. I would poison your food. I would taint your education. I would corrupt your culture and entertainment. And I would make sure that all roads lead to me, ideologically and spiritually, so that only those who appear as fools would evade my grasp. I would make you feel as though wealth and abundance is inherently evil. I would make ambition seem malevolent. I would make poisonous food the easiest to receive. I would play on your instincts for reproduction to turn it into uncontrollable lust society-wide. I would make you all bloodthirsty in the entertainment you consume. I would disguise your ambition as vanity so that you can no longer tell the difference. I would make convenience a huge selling point of every product and service you happen to need or desire. The end result would be your species growing fat, lazy, diseased, broken, and ultimately self-destructive in order to send you to me in masses, and much sooner than anticipated. War would be your most profitable industry, and none of you would even realize the batteries you have become. Your healthcare industry would be a death-dealing syndicate. Your beauty industry would be the antithesis of what beauty is supposed to embody. Your food and nutrition industry would poison you. Your entertainment industry would misguide you. And oh, how your family dynamics would be shattered. I would play on your need for individuality by making your communities toxic. Then I would destroy your vision of community by making the individual be shamed. I would make your father so absurd sounding to the average man that your fear of losing your community would blind you to the only path that can elude me. I would convince you to vote for those in power who will obviously destroy you. But although obvious, you will have been so corrupted that you cannot see what's good for you, even though it slaps you repeatedly in the face. And when you are blinded to that degree, the degree to which you openly beg for your own destruction and rebuke the few men left who might give you the chance to save yourselves, how then could you ever hope to discover that, or I should say, who has been calling you to him since the very day you were born? No. This world is mine until the end, and therefore none of you will even see the devil in these details. Have a good night.